ברוך אתה אדוני.
Israel is the only Jewish state in the world. What does it mean? What is a Jewish state? How can a country be both Jewish and democratic? These are all big questions that we will be discussing in other videos. The relevant question for this video is how Israel being a Jewish state affect your trip, and it will do so in every aspect, from what you get to eat for breakfast to the prices you pay for flights and hotels, to what will happen to you if you will fall in love with an Israeli. Before we start, I just want to say that my name is Oren and I'm an Israeli tour guide. I forgot to say it in the last 20 or so videos. Let's get started with holidays. Holidays in Israel are mostly in line with Jewish religious festivals. Of course, Muslims and Christians celebrate their holidays too, but when planning a vacation in Israel, the Jewish holidays should be taken into consideration. The Jewish calendar is different from the Gregorian calendar, meaning the Jewish holidays fall on different dates each year. During Jewish holidays, the prices of flights and hotels go up, since many Israelis fly abroad and many Jews from around the world come to celebrate the holidays in Israel. If you are planning to visit Israel during the holidays, you should book your flights and accommodations as early as possible. The advantage of being in Israel during a holiday is that it allows you to experience Judaism not just as an intangible religion, but also as lively festivals on the streets. Now, for example, it is Sukkot. I uploaded a video about this holiday last week, so I will leave a link to it below. So how do you know when the Jewish holidays are? I've written a post about that on my website. You can also add the Jewish calendar to most online calendars like Google Calendar. And from the holidays, let's continue to normal week. Sunday is the first day of the week in Israel. In Hebrew, Sunday means the first day, Yom Rishon. Monday means the second day, Yom Sheni, and so on. Saturday is the only exception. It is not named the seventh day, but rather the day of strike. Friday is half work day, but a lot of offices are closed for the whole day. Saturday is a day of rest. Public transportation, as well as many shops, cafes, and entertainment venues are closed. For you as a tourist, this is extremely important to remember. There are no buses or trains running from Friday afternoon until Saturday night. The same goes for holidays. There are taxis, but they are more expensive. Another thing I really recommend is spending Fridays and Saturdays in the cities and Sunday to Thursdays in the countryside. I've already talked about this in a video about summer tips. I will leave a link to it below. Now let's talk about food. Eating is so much better than talking about public transportation. Do you usually eat bacon for breakfast? Do you like cheeseburgers? Want a milky coffee after eating a steak? In kosher restaurants, and most restaurants and hotels in Israel are kosher, you won't be able to enjoy any of the things I just mentioned. Judaism is not only a religion, but also a way of life with many rules. It is well known that Jews don't eat pork, but there are many other rules regarding the preparation, serving, and eating of food. In Tel Aviv, in Arab villages, and along the coastline, there are lots of non-kosher restaurants, but although many Israelis eat non-kosher, some things have become like the norm. Most Israelis won't eat pork, and breakfast is almost always a dairy-only affair. Eating meat for breakfast is something Israelis don't understand. The Israeli breakfast is great and deserves its own video. Now, food is great, but love is even better. When traveling, there is a chance of meeting people, and you might find your other half in Israel. If you do, then first of all, Mazal Tov. But if you are able to work out your cultural differences and you want to institutionalize your relationship, it could prove problematic. In Israel, marriage are overseen by the religious authorities. What does it mean? That Jews can only marry Jews, Muslims can only marry Muslims, and Christians can only marry Christians. Inter-religious ceremonies are not recognized in Israel. The only way to bypass the religious authorities is to get married outside Israel and then bring the papers to the Ministry of the Interior, where the marriage will be officially recognized. And by the way, the same goes for divorce. It needs to go through the religious authorities. After you have lived happily ever after, you die. It's a sad fact, but it comes to all of us. I hope it won't happen to you when traveling in Israel, but if it does, it is important for you to know, or rather for a relative to know, that burial in Israel is also carried out by the religious authorities. So there are separate cemeteries for Jews, Muslims, and Christians. I know it sounds strange, so we will talk about it in another video. That's it. Please subscribe, and if you have any questions, please write them below. See you in the next video. Yalla bye.